Yes, yes, it's your boy John D, and this is Take Control. Emotions are a really interesting thing to do with how humans work and how humans live their everyday life. We tend to put things in boxes of what's good or bad. And there's some feelings that you can have that are described as unpleasant because they make you feel uncomfortable. And we see these in a negative way. The type of feelings I'm talking about: sadness, shame, helplessness, anger, vulnerability, embarrassment, disappointment, and lastly, frustration. Now, these are unpleasant feelings that are going to put you in a bad mood and make you shy away from doing what you really want to do. If you feel any of these, it's like it's glue. It's something that's going to slow you down. It's something that's going to hurt you. But you don't need to look at it that way. If you're feeling these emotions that are deemed as unpleasant, you've got to look at it that the reason you feel why is because you don't have the experience to deal with them yet. When you feel confident and feel good and all these amazing emotions, it's because normally you achieve something or it led to something that was really good in your life. I mean, I look back to the 1991 FA Cup semi-final. Paul Gascoigne scoring that free kick 35 yards out, but it's the seconds before it when I'm surrounded by 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium. And my stepdad turns around to me and says, "This is in, son, this is in, son." And bang! Gascoigne steps up and pops it in the top corner. We go on to win 3-1. Oh, I mean, 1991 that was. We're in 2018 and still one of the best moments of my life that I'm now buzzing. Hopefully you can see the difference in me and the camera just by plugging back into that good emotion. But at the same time, supporting Tottenham, I've had lots of all those 8 emotions. I've had times where I felt embarrassed by the club. I felt shame, I felt anger, I felt frustration when we were so close to winning something. But when we win, it's all irrelevant because we've now got the experience to go forward and enjoy our lives. So when you have these negative emotions, don't see them as negative. It's time to get excited. What I mean by that is you're about to have a learning experience. When you feel uncomfortable, when something feels unpleasant, it's because you don't know how to handle it yet. And the best thing you can do, in the words of Winston Churchill, is when you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop. Don't let that emotion define you. Keep going. Use that emotion as a trigger to tell you you're about to have a learning experience that's going to help you become a stronger character in your life. You're going to gain more control over your emotions. Your emotional intelligence is going to improve. You as a human can turn what could be a negative situation into a positive learning. And there's thousands of examples of that. I mean, right to the extreme of think to people who survived the Holocaust in concentration camps and came home knowing that all the people around them they loved were horribly, horribly murdered. Yet they went on to live a really positive life, and they used that horrible experience as a positive to go be a speaker around the world to turn out how you in the hardest moments can come out and be turning into a positive. I've had negative things in my life. I mean, dealing with my dad being ill for 14 years before he died. He died just before my 30th birthday. It was hard. It was horrible. But I've used an experience of he is with me at all times. He is one of my biggest drivers. That even though he's not with me physically, I know I can talk to him at any time. And his positivity, the things he did for me when he was with me, has driven me forward over the last 10 years to succeed. And I hope he is proud of me because I think I have achieved a lot more. I look back where I was before he died to where I am now. I've achieved a hell of a lot in the last 10 years. Other difficult moments, so when my son was born, he had been starved of oxygen, and there's my wife lying on the table in agony from an emergency C-section. There's this little blue thing pulled out, put on the table, 8 doctors rushing around him to try and resuscitate him. I'm standing there going, I just want to throw up on the floor. That's tough. These are things that you're tough, but I've used this experience to, one, grow as a strengthening person, but also to help others and drive, reality check. If you're having a bad time, put it in perspective. Has anyone died? Have you ever had like a serious health issue? That's real, that's hard, and can trust you, a lot of your problems will go away. So I want to share a little tool with you that just helps define these things. It's called the Johari's window. And it's just something that was really interesting. I learned a few years ago that just helped me understand a lot in situations, and it's about positions on something. Now, there's 4 positions. In the world, there's stuff that you and me both know. There's stuff that you know that I don't know, and there's stuff that I know that you don't know. The last thing is there's stuff that we both don't know. Now, we need to accept there's stuff in the world that neither of us know. But that's okay, we're going to have a learning adventure, we're going to find these things out. And it's good if there's stuff that we both know because we're working together. Where fun and games and emotions and how people play against each other is when one of the parties knows something that the other doesn't. And, if you're playing a game of poker, hey, that's cool. It's all about bluffing, of second guessing, trying to make sure that you outdo the other person. But if you're going to get forward in life, the best thing to do is share what you know with others. Help your knowledge and experience fill the gaps where you know something that other people don't, and in return embrace when people tell you something that you don't know, and get to this mecca of where everyone knows everything, and just accept there's things in the unknown that neither of us know. Absolutely fine, because we'll fill that blank as we go, but you never fill it because there's too much. But be a person who shares what you know. Share it with the world, because you don't know. You could say something, and it's like with these videos that I do. I've had friends make comment about me if they think I'm wasting my time. One, I do it for me, as partly as it's kind of therapeutic for me to understand what I learn. Secondly, if one person is watching this video and I've said something that helps you improve your life or helps remove something that was bothering your life, brilliant. Please just let me know. That's what I'm genuinely doing with this. That's why I do this. If one person can make their life better just because of something I've shared with them, fantastic, I've done my job. We're riding a high, football's coming home, well done Gareth Southgate, well done England team, whatever happens after today. We've had a fantastic tournament, we've exceeded expectations, and barring one minor blip where the media decided to go post off at team formation because they saw it on a piece of paper, they've been pretty good. They haven't attacked us unlike other tournaments where they've actually tried to, mainstream media, to try to destroy our own team. However, it changes this week. We as a country are on a high. We're in a World Cup semi-final at the time of filming. Maybe it don't go too well tonight, I don't know. But the nation is feeling good after all this dark times over Brexit and all this back and forth over the last 2 years. We're feeling good, we're united, we're enjoying it. And what do? 2 things. One, we have the President of the United States of America coming over. Whether you like him or loathe him, I think to go put an inflatable baby of the President of the United States over the Houses of Parliament, pretty dumb thing to do. And it's not about freedom of speeches, I'm all for that, and I'm not siding with anyone here. But I just think, such a powerful person coming in, and you go and do that, how disrespectful. What would we do if the Queen went to the United States of America and they posted a joking, horrible inflatable of her over the White House? We would be up in arms about it. And secondly, number 2, we're riding a high. Could the politicians keep quiet? No, we have to go into a government meltdown where the Conservative Party doesn't appear to know what it's doing over Brexit. It's in utter disarray. It's ultimately going to lead to a general election. Ultimately, as we stand right here, right now, I can only see a Labour victory, and we're in this stupid position where either one party, whoever wins the next general election, Tories or Labour, we're going to have the best of a bad bunch, where no one should be celebrating either of these 2 parties winning. Neither leader deserves it, and it's still going to be a mess at the end of it. What is going on? 5 ways you can take control of your self-esteem. 1. Give some good vibes to other people. Nothing will make you feel better than going and making other people feel better. Just go pay someone a compliment, tell them they look nice, tell them their hair looks good, say, hey, you're looking well today. Just go be nice to someone else and notice how you actually feel better. 2, disconnect your brain for a day. If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, if it's all a bit too much, hey, just stop everything. Go do something else for a day. Just switch off, don't use your brain, do something you really enjoy, because it will still be there when you come back. And hey, guess what? You'll wake up tomorrow and you still breathe. Number 3, think about when you were at your best. Go back at a point in your life where you won, where you smashed it, where you achieved something, you did something really well. And go think about who you were on that day. Who was that person? How did they look? How did they feel? How did they sound? How tall were they standing? How strong were they? Big, bright, bold colours. Make it loud. Make it really visual. Really imagine that person and then almost put it on like a costume and go be that person for the day. Be you when you're at your best. Number 4, go clear something out of your life that you don't need. Just go around your house if you've got clutter or, deal with an issue that's really hanging there. Just go clear something that's in your life, that's baggage hanging around. It's not doing anything, but go get rid of it. Because by decluttering, you're going to feel better about yourself. Number 5, go plan something for you. Go think about something you want to go and do. Be it go watch a football match, go see a film at the cinema, go learn how to run a marathon, go book an amazing holiday, go propose to your partner. Do something that you really want to do. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Just something that you want and go make it happen. That is 5 ways to boost your self-esteem right now. Okay, this week's quote of the week. It's a random one that just appeared on my Facebook page. It was actually through my good friend Rob's sister. No sign who said it, but one I really like. I realised that every time I was rejected from something I thought was good, I was actually being redirected to something better. In life, rejection's going to happen, good stuff's going to happen, bad stuff's going to happen. I like this quote because it's really true that yes, there's going to be some initial disappointment when you don't get something that you really wanted, but have faith. Just see that there's so much opportunity out there. If something doesn't happen, it's just there's a reason why it didn't happen. It wasn't meant to be. It just means you've got to wait a little bit longer for what is your chance. So this is a quote that I really like, and it's something that's been very relevant to me. I've gone and done some wonderful opportunities, and there's things where I'm like, oh, I want that so badly, and I didn't get it. But as I went on, I got something else that was like, actually, I'm really pleased I didn't get the first opportunity because the second one was way better for me. And this has happened a lot. But it's all about perspective. You can sit, whine and moan if you don't get something, or you can embrace, hey, it just wasn't meant to be. It's not my time. Because then if you don't look at it that way, you're closing yourself down for an opportunity when it does rise. You're going to miss all these amazing opportunities if you're sitting there sulking and whining about that you didn't get something. So that's this week's quote of the week. As I look back on my life, I realised that every time I thought I was being rejected from something I thought was good, I was actually being redirected to something better. That's it for this week. Please subscribe to the channel. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Please share with me. I love to hear from you. I love interacting with my community who enjoys this. I've been John D, and this is Take Control.